Stop scrolling. Cancel your meetings. Lock your door. Close the blinds and turn the volume all the way up. I mean it. Do not let anything distract you for the next few minutes, because the tennis world has just experienced a massive, unprecedented earthquake, and the aftershocks are currently tearing the professional locker rooms apart at the seams. We all saw what happened on the court. We all watched the broadcast. We all saw Alex Eala completely and utterly dismantle Diana Yastremska in a performance that sent absolute shivers down the spine of every single seeded player on the WTA Tour. But what happened after the match? That is the real story. That is the explosive behind-the-scenes reality that the mainstream sports media is absolutely terrified to touch, because it shifts the entire global balance of power in professional tennis in the blink of an eye. I am talking about the message, the notification that popped up on Alex's phone that has officially turned the veteran group chats into a certified biological hazard zone. Rafael Nadal, the king of clay, the 22-time Grand Slam champion, the ultimate untouchable mythical symbol of tennis royalty, just sent a powerful public and undeniable message to Alex. And let me tell you right now, the rest of the tour is absolutely shaking in their custom-made tennis shoes. You have to understand the dark, cutthroat, deeply political underworld of professional tennis to truly grasp why this specific message is so devastating to the old guard. When a young player comes up from the qualifiers or the lower ranks and gets a shocking upset over an established, highly ranked veteran like Yastremska, the standard locker room protocol is to immediately dismiss it. They sweep it under the rug. They call it a fluke. They tell the media that the veteran just had a bad day, or the wind was tricky, or the court was playing too fast. The established cliques try to isolate the young player, give them the cold shoulder in the cafeteria, refuse to practice with them, and simply wait for the immense crushing pressure of the year-long tour to eventually break them down. But Rafael Nadal just took that unwritten locker room playbook, ripped it into 1,000 pieces, covered it in gasoline, and set it on fire for the entire world to see. By sending that message, by publicly validating Eala's brutal victory, Nadal did not just congratulate her. He crowned her. He threw the entire massive gravitational weight of his historic legacy, his elite academy, and his billion-dollar global empire directly behind a rising phenom. And the veteran players are absolutely furious. They are seething because they suddenly realize they aren't just fighting a 20-year-old rookie from the Philippines anymore. They are fighting the chosen, hand-picked successor of the Nadal bloodline. We are getting explosive reports from hitting partners, elite swing coaches, and inside sources that the atmosphere in the players' lounge is completely toxic right now. The seated players are looking at their iPhones, reading Nadal's words of endorsement, and feeling a deep, sickening sense of inevitability in the pits of their stomachs. Think about the intense, suffocating psychological warfare happening here. Alex is not just some random girl with a good forehand. She is a proud elite product of the Rafael Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain. She did not just stumble randomly onto the WTA Tour. She was systematically forged in the exact same fires on the exact same red clay that built one of the greatest, most relentless, unyielding champions in human history. Let me paint a picture of what that actually means. The Nadal Academy is not a summer camp. It is a military boot camp for tennis terminators. They break you down mentally and physically until the only thing left is a pure obsessive desire to win every single point, as if your life depends on it. When Eala was out there on court suffocating Yastremska, forcing those catastrophic 15 double faults and standing like an absolute brick wall on the baseline, she wasn't just playing her own game. She was actively channeling the exact same ruthless, never-say-die gladiatorial mentality that Rafael Nadal used to completely break his opponent's souls for over 2 decades. She was hitting heavy topspin. She was refusing to give an inch of ground. She was looking Yastremska in the eyes and telling her without speaking a word, "You're going to have to kill me to win this match." And now the godfather of tennis has officially given his blessing. The veterans in the locker room are burning with a jealousy so thick, so heavy that you could literally cut it with a knife. Why? Because you absolutely cannot buy that kind of endorsement. You can win a Grand Slam. You can sign a multi-million-dollar deal with Rolex. You can get a custom apparel line from Nike or Adidas. But you cannot under any circumstances buy the authentic, undeniable public respect of Rafael Nadal. The established players have spent the last 10 years grinding their bones to dust. They have smiled for the cameras. They have done the grueling press junkets. They have begged for the approval of the tennis legends. And Nadal barely even acknowledges their existence. He stays in his lane. But Alex Eala destroys Yastremska, and suddenly the king descends from the mountain to personally hand her the torch. It creates a total catastrophic hierarchy collapse within the WTA. The veterans feel completely disrespected.
They feel like the industry is bypassing them.
They feel like the spotlight, the primetime night matches, the massive global sponsorships, and the television ratings are being violently ripped out of their hands and handed to Eala on a silver platter. All because she carries the Nadal seal of approval. But let's be completely honest with ourselves here. It is not just jealousy radiating from the veteran locker room. It is pure, unfiltered primal fear because Nadal's message is a direct, undeniable warning shot to the rest of the WTA Tour. It essentially says to the entire locker room, she is with me. She trains with my blood, sweat, and tears. She plays like me, and she is coming for absolutely all of you. Imagine being a top 10 player in the world right now. You just watched the tape of Eala mentally breaking Yastremska into a million tiny pieces. You saw the ice-cold composure. You saw the heavy, punishing ground strokes. You saw the absolutely terrifying refusal to back down from a dogfight in the third set. And now you know with absolute certainty that when Eala goes back to the locker room or when she calls her team after a match, she isn't just seeking advice from some random, overpriced tour coach. She considers the ultimate mental giant of the sport, the man who made Roger Federer suffer through countless brutal battles, to be her personal tennis idol and mentor. She has the ultimate cheat code to tennis psychology programmed directly into her brain. How do you possibly prepare for an opponent who is backed by the king himself? You don't. You can't. You just sit in your hotel room, look at the draw, and panic. The player union circles, the sports agencies, and the massive management companies like IMG are quietly panicking as well. The boardrooms are in a state of absolute chaos. They know better than anyone that Alex Eala is about to become an unstoppable global commercial juggernaut. In the world of sports marketing, when Rafael Nadal speaks, the billionaires listen. The luxury brands, the massive tournament directors, the global television executives, they are all going to pivot immediately and aggressively toward Eala because she now has the ultimate stamp of legendary approval. The veterans are absolutely terrified that they are about to become completely irrelevant overnight. They are terrified that they are going to be relegated to playing their matches on court 18 at 10 o'clock in the morning in front of empty bleachers, while Alex Eala is playing primetime night sessions on Arthur Ashe Stadium or Center Court at Wimbledon. And she won't just be backed by Nadal. She is backed by the entire country of the Philippines, a massive, passionate, incredibly loyal sports fan base of over 100 million people combined with the entire global Rafa nation. It is an army of supporters that no other player on the WTA Tour can even comprehend, let alone compete against. The veterans know that from a media standpoint they have already lost the war. If they play Eala, the crowd will be against them. The commentators will be against them. The narrative will be entirely focused on the protégé of Rafael Nadal. And what about the revenge factor? Let's talk about the dark side of the tour. The players who are close to Yastremska, the established cliques, the so-called mean girls of the WTA Tour, are allegedly in their private encrypted group chats right now plotting how to humble Eala. They want to send a message back. They are talking about how they want to physically bully her on the court. They want to hit the ball straight at her body at the net. They want to give her cold, dismissive, disrespectful handshakes when the match is over. They want to use their media press conferences to throw subtle shade, downplaying her massive success and calling her overhyped. But deep down they know they are completely trapped. They are in a checkmate position. Because if they attack Alex, they aren't just attacking a new 20-year-old player on the tour. They are attacking Rafael Nadal's legacy. They are attacking his academy. They risk bringing the wrath of the most beloved figure in tennis down upon their own heads. They risk turning the entire global tennis world, every sponsor, and every fan permanently against themselves. Alex Eala currently has an invisible, bulletproof titanium shield around her forged in the fires of Majorca, and the realization that they cannot touch her is driving her rivals absolutely crazy. Let's look ahead to what this actually means for the rest of the tennis calendar. Think about the upcoming Grand Slams. Think about Roland Garros, the French Open, the absolute kingdom of Rafael Nadal. When Alex Eala steps onto the red clay of Paris, she is going to be treated like royalty. The French crowd, who famously worship the ground Nadal walks on, will adopt her as their own. The pressure on anyone who has to play her there will be suffocating. Imagine drawing Alex Eala in the first round of the French Open. You aren't just playing a tennis match. You are playing against destiny. You are playing against the ghosts of 14 Roland Garros championships. The locker room paranoia is going to reach levels we have never seen in the history of the sport. Players are going to be hyperanalyzing the tournament draws. We are hearing rumors that some veterans might even miraculously develop minor injuries and pull out of smaller tournaments just to avoid the utter humiliation of being dismantled by a prodigy on international television, because right now, to play Eala is to risk being exposed. Diana Yastremska was the sacrificial lamb. She showed the entire world what happens when standard WTA power tries to break the Nadal-forged defensive wall. It results in 15 double faults. It results in a complete and total psychological breakdown. And no veteran wants to be the next highlight reel of a mental collapse. Every single time Alex Eala steps onto the court from this exact moment forward, the dynamic is permanently and irrevocably changed. She is no longer the underdog hoping for a lucky break. She is no longer the rising star looking for experience. She is the executioner. She is the final boss. The match against Yastremska was the violent, undeniable proof of concept, and Rafael Nadal's powerful public message was the official, terrifying launch of a brand new era. The veterans can complain in their private WhatsApp groups all they want. They can roll their eyes at the practice courts. They can pretend they aren't intimidated when the cameras are flashing. But when the umpire calls time, when the stadium goes quiet, and when they have to look across the net and see Alex Eala standing there on the baseline bouncing the ball with that exact same terrifying, unwavering, dead-eyed focus, they're going to see the ghost of Rafael Nadal staring right back at them. They're going to see a player who does not care about their ranking, who does not care about their history, and who is fully prepared to stand on that court for 5 hours to take absolutely everything they have worked their entire lives to build. I need to know your thoughts on this massive, unprecedented tectonic shift in the tennis landscape. Do not hold back. Is the locker room right to be absolutely terrified of this Nadal and Eala connection? Is their fear justified? Is it entirely unfair that a young player gets this level of legendary, god-tier backing while the veterans have had to fight and bleed for every single scrap of respect they have? Or is this simply the natural, brutal, beautiful evolution of the sport? Is this just the circle of life in professional tennis, and the old guard just needs to swallow their pride, pack their bags, and accept that their time at the top of the mountain is officially over? Drop your hottest takes, your deepest theories, and your unfiltered opinions in the comments right now, because the war for the very soul of the WTA Tour has just entered a terrifying psychological new phase. The lines have been drawn. The sides have been chosen. And with Rafael Nadal firmly, publicly, and undeniably standing in Alex Eala's corner, I promise you the rest of this season is going to be an absolute, unmitigated bloodbath.